I do not see the thing moving yet. Ah, there we go. All right, well, everyone, welcome back to Bingothon Winter 2025. I am Vlhunt. You're still watching. We are still raising money for Fred Hutch, and we've got a Bingothon first here. I mean, we probably got multiple Bingothon firsts here, but the true first is that we have a board that is not 5x5 and we have expanded the dimensions. So, CJ, Vlhunt, tell us all about it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blueprint's B Quest Bingo, which is kind of the standout format of bingo in the Blueprints community. For people who are not familiar with Blueprint, it is a standout indie game from 2025, this very year, where you build a house by drafting it room by room, and there's a lot more to it than just that. But the game takes place on a 9 tall by 5 wide grid. So today we are playing on a 9 tall by 5 wide bingo board that mirrors the structure of the house, where our goal is to get from the bottom center square of the board up to the top center square. We are playing a different version of BQuest. We're playing the version of BQuest that is on Play Bingo, not the original BQuest. So credit to the Blueprints community at large for the original idea and the original goal sets, and all of that jazz. So in placeholders of the kind of starting square and the antechamber at the top of the board, we do have just placeholder super easy one difficulty goals. But as we ascend through the board today, the goals will get harder, and our goal is to draw a path from the bottom of the board to the top while we play. Again, mirroring kind of the structure of the game. Really exciting and a really fun spin for bingo, and a really fun way to play bingo overall. So, anything you want to add, Val?
I don't think so. You summed up everything very well here.
Yeah. So, without
I
further
have
ado,
one very important question though before we start.
yeah.
Is the house that we are building, is it in a cow?
Uh,
Um,
not quite. Uh, Unfortunately, there are no cows in this game.
Dang
There
it.
are dogs. We might get to pet the dogs, though.
Alright, fair enough.
But there's going to be a lot to talk about during the run, so I think we are ready to get started.
Alright. Let's get started.
All right, we will get moving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck, guys.
So one thing to note that is a little bit different, because we did see an ascend board earlier in the marathon, where they were also climbing from bottom to top, is that we do get to see the entire board, and we can mark goals anywhere on the board across our journey through Mount Holly here, across the multiple days that we will be playing the game. So we may jump around a little bit, but generally we are going to go from bottom to top. Starting out here is kind of the most important thing that you will see, and it's going to happen behind the scenes, and it's going to be invisible to you as viewers. We are going to draft the first couple of rooms here in the manor really fast, because the game starts a timer from the moment that you gain control of Simon, our main character. And if you draft 3 rooms in the first 30 seconds of the game, it sets an internal flag called V mode, that we call V mode, for veteran mode, veteran player mode, which disables a lot of kind of baby mode and kind of early game protections that the game has for first time and new players. and essentially fast forward some of the internal tracking of the game by up to, I believe in some cases, up to 21 days on the clock, but generally it is 7 full calendar days of in-game time, essentially, even though we are still playing on day 1.
Yeah, that enables a lot of things that would not normally happen, which would have limited our goal if that mode wasn't in the game like that.
So talking a little bit about Blueprints itself to get us started here before we even kind of jump into the board itself. So Blueprints is a roguelite sort of deck builder drafting game where we build the house step by step by drafting rooms from a set of 3 that the game gives us. We have a number of resources that we can work with. We have gems, keys, and coins are our primary resources that we can spend kind of during the day. Steps are our primary limiting factor as we progress through the game, and kind of what limits our ability to go on infinitely and forever in the game. We start the day with 50 steps starting out, but we will be getting that up to 70 pretty early here with one of our first permanent upgrades that I assume both Val and I will be grabbing on day 1. I totally just botched math because I'm trying to commentate and do math at the same time.
Oh, are you in billiard room too? I was recently.
That is not
Oh, by the way,
this is the rooms of Mount Holly. The manor is called Mount Holly. Are littered with puzzles and collectibles. There are multiple different types of rooms. I am currently in the billiards room, which is a puzzle room, which means that we solve a puzzle in order to get some kind of reward. The billiards room, when you solve the math puzzle in it, rewards you with either 2 regular keys or a major key. So billiards room can be really valuable because the major keys are really, really powerful.
I got secret garden key from the billiards, which isn't exactly what I wanted on first day, but it's fine.
My muscle. Remember my muscle memory.
but I gotta interrupt you guys real quick because I forgot to read this last donation here, which is another $10 from the lovely Game Commander, who says matching match. Who again put this towards the Rain Man bonus bingo run, which puts us at where do I have? Did I close that? Why do I always close that tab? Which puts us at a total of $30.02 towards that goal, meaning you only need to donate another $44.98. That's 2 cents less than $45. But very important, coming up after this run is the Shadow the Hedgehog run. And we have a bid war for the character models that will be used. And no one has donated anything towards these amazing models yet. Like, these options are simply amazing. Like, I'm gonna read them out for you, just so you have an idea on what we're looking at here. We have, first off, II and II. Then we have Metal Sonic and Metal Amy. We have Omega and Rouge. We've got Scorch and Surge. We've got Shadow and Cream. We've got Sonic and Knuckles. We've got Super Sonic and Super Shadow. And we've got Vector and Charmy. Like, all of these options are amazing. Honestly, I would love to see all of these options, if I'm being honest. Do you guys have a favorite? Okay, you guys
I was
are busy.
barely paying attention.
Okay.
I was trying to.
Anyways,
Thank God I got the garage.
go donate towards the Shadow the Hedgehog bid war.
So
do
I
not
have
wanna
actually just unlocked
miss
my
that.
first permanent upgrade for the day, which is the Gemstone Cavern. And I totally spaced on the solution to that puzzle and had to pull it up. So now I start each day with 2 gems, which is a huge boon to the economy. So we're starting off here primarily on these early days. We are mostly trying to kind of get set up a lot of the time because we do need a ton of resources and setup to consistently get into the late portions of the game and do well in the later portions of the game and the later portions of the board.
Meanwhile, I unlocked the West Gate path already, and do allowance tokens count as permanent upgrades? I guess we kinda do.
Do what count as permanent upgrades?
Um, well, allowance tokens. I got a allowance token from Trading Post.
Yeah, I'm willing to with the guarantee of all of my relevant permanent upgrades unlocked for the day. Also, unlocking the Gemstone Cavern was in fact a goal, so. Also, I believe.
Meanwhile, I'm still doing few more things here.
So I just drafted myself into a corner, basically into a dead end, by taking Garage, where I did so because I want to unlock the Westgate path here and unlock all of my guaranteed. Wow, this is one heck of a draw on here. I got a tomb draw for free without using any dice. It does feel weird to end the day with 2 dice and 6 keys on day 1.
Yeah.
But
yeah, drafting yourself in the corner is rarely a reason to a way to end the day, but on day 1 it's often what happens because you benefit on all future days by drafting Garage and
using one of the hardest things to kind of like get into the bingo mindset of in Blueprints is remembering that you have infinite days and days are expendable, but time is not. So as soon as a day starts going south, I totally just went to do something that I did not have.
I'm actually I should end the day first. I can look at the goals while and the cutscenes. Oh, I got west facing too. Okay. Some of the goals you can see like perplexing, architect's house, west facing in, they depend on estate titles, which are titles you get at the end of the day for whatever your house looks
We should probably talk about the board a little bit now. So as Val just said, there are a number of goals that refer to kind of the estate titles that we get at the end of the game. There are a number of goals that are kind of cumulative goals of doing a certain task or thing multiple times over the course of our whole run. There are certain goals that are doing a task a certain amount of times in a single day as well. For example, I'm trying to see if there is one. Yes, there's like draft 6 hallways in a day. Stuff like that. that kind of influence how you play specific days and stuff.
I'm
That's rough.
currently in the tomb because it has one goal associated with this, and I'd rather knock it out early when I have the opportunity.
Yeah, I didn't see the underground via the tomb goal. I would have probably taken tomb and not trading post, but
Trading
yes, thank
post
you, white
gives
box, for telling me that
tokens.
you are the black box, and the blue box is telling me that it is the white box.
Hmm.
So one of the biggest things that is different in BQuest here than 5x5 bingo of blueprints on Play Bingo specifically, we're gonna kind of keep talking about everything about blueprints bingo relative to Play Bingo because that's where we play, and that's kind of the big influence point for us. Is that there are a lot less restrictions on synergy. I totally just had to do that. Yeah. So you'll see if you look at the board, there's like draft 5 bedrooms in a single day. I think I saw draft 6 bedrooms as well. There's like 3 distinct red letter goals on the board. There are 2 allowance tokens and 3 allowance tokens. All 4, I believe, of the permanent upgrades are on the board. So there's a lot more goals. First of all, in BQuest, it's almost double the size of a normal 5x5 to begin with. But beyond that, there's less restrictions on like putting goals that synergize together in the same row like many other games have. Because first of all, rows don't matter at all in BQuest, so we would only really care about columnar synergies, which is not something that you can currently do in Play Bingo, and maybe you might be able to do in the future. Who knows? But really, as long as you don't get a column that is 9 of the functionally same goal, it really doesn't matter. So that's kind of some of the thought process there.
And I don't think there is something like this in the goal pool anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there are 9 goals of the same type like that anywhere in the goal set. So not particularly something that is concerning. I just want to say gate path. I also didn't draft my outer rim today. I am trying to do something very specific that I probably don't need to be trying to do today, or really at all, on this board. So
where is
see if it works out. Well, this is interesting. I got music room offered to me.
Oh, that's early.
Do I want music room? I feel like I don't want it. I'm not gonna take it.
Accidentally rotated telescope the wrong way.
Wow, this is horrible. Alright, well, I guess I'm taking that. I'm gonna do this just in case this goal is on the board. I don't see it, so I don't think it is, but just in case there is a goal. That,
Speaking of our... actually, there is a goal for that on the board, so I'll take this one, even if it drafts me into a corner.
I believe that this will get me a... Interesting. Okay, so I have a very specific thing that okay. Day 2 Foundation.
Oh.
That is exceedingly unlikely.
Yes.
Oh, okay, very rude. Day 2 Foundation with a security door and a dead end door. So, it just ended my run for the day. That's super unfortunate. But I believe that will give me an in title. So Foundation is an exceptionally interesting room because it does not reset. It is the only room in the game that does not reset.
Well, technically, entrance hall and antechamber.
The only draftable room.
I know.
Normally draftable, because there is a massive spoiler-related caveat with saying the only draftable room.
Yeah.
That it does not reset with each day.
Where is something I
forgot
like
to go check
try.
my outer room yesterday, which is annoying because I could have gotten Tomb there. Would have been relevant. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm trying to do two things with Tomb.
Alright, and I haven't gotten what I needed to. Oh, but I guess that's a goal, so I will pick a shelter here. Just for one. Actually, goal that I'm not really worried about, but I might as well get the lavatory goal.
I'm trying to read through the board some more and see if there's anything interesting to talk about with it, or any interesting like synergies or things to call out. Throne room in the draft, or add throne room to your drafting pool, and unlocking Blackbridge synergize. It's just unfortunate they're on basically opposite sides of the board. Now the game's gonna be rude and not give me mailroom again, even though I have a package now, because I declined it at the first offer. This game is really weird. There are a ton of quirks in the game, and the way drafting works, and the way it offers up rooms out of the deck of cards for drafting, because it does treat it as a deck of cards. One of the things that I don't really understand the super intricate details of, but I do know exists, is the drawing code save? The drawing room save code? They're not
1504.
Oh, it's 15. I entered every 2-digit number except 15.
For me, it was very easy to remember because my birthday is on 1604.
One of the funny things about this game is that it does accept both European and American date formats, regardless of where you are located for the game, like what locale you're playing in the game. Even though I don't believe the game is actually localized for the most part, because a lot of the games, a lot of elements of the game rely heavily on like American English wordplay and pronunciations. So
yeah, some puzzles were pretty rough, but actually required language for me.
But
because,
anyway, it doesn't actually matter where, for the most part, which one you enter, except in Boudoir, in which case it is faster to enter, marginally faster, to enter the European date format of 2512 instead of 1225. Because you can press the keys faster because you don't have to press the same key twice in a row. So that's my fun fact about dates for the run and for the day. I found a sledgehammer. Sledgehammers are really cool because they let you smash the locks on trunks, which is really convenient on the day you get the 2-star reward in the observatory. I am now officially connected to my chain in the board, which I am on the path to completing the board here. Not that that really ultimately means anything. Because can I take me really so cute?
I'd like to talk a little about the rooms, specifically red rooms. Red rooms usually rooms with interesting effects, but pretty big drawbacks too. But because I draft the shelter at the start of the day, those drawbacks are negated for me. So normally in the chapel, I would lose 1 coin each time I enter the room. This day I wouldn't because it's sheltered. But I'd like to get the lavatory because its drawback, actually hidden in the game, is that it's a dead end room with no items, and this no items is a drawback. So when sheltered lavatory spawns with items. That's everything I was going to say. Just also interesting work of the game and the goal I'm going for.
Laboratory is a really bizarre red room overall, because not only does the game not tell you what the drawback for it is, it also is the only red room that is it's the only base red room. I think it might actually be the only red room in general that is a dead end. And it is also the only red room really without an upside. Because of that. Because most red rooms have a major upside in the fact that they are free rooms that have more than one door. Someone did the math, and the average amount of doors is less than 2 per room on free rooms. And typically you are paying at least 1 gem per door past 2. Every room has at least 1 door, obviously, because you can't have a room with 0 doors. 2 doors is a non-dead end room, and 3 doors is a room that gives you multiple paths, and 3 doors is extremely invaluable across the board. Rooms like the Den, which is a free T-shaped room with upside, are exceedingly powerful and exceedingly rare overall in the game, even though Den itself is really common. They're kind of the bread and butter of the game, and like the most important rooms that kind of make the game overall for like you as the player. Do I want this here? Just want. One of the other hidden downsides to red rooms that the game doesn't tell you about in general, and this is kind of things that the community has only discovered through data mining. Shout outs to, I'm totally blanking on his name, and now I feel really guilty, who has done a ton of data mining and compiled tons of posts on Reddit about the game and the logic and all the subsystems that he's decompiled and reverse engineered and done work on. I will find his name at the end of the run. Someone do not make sure I do not forget so I can shout him out properly. But red rooms have a higher probability of being locked overall, especially with security doors. And that higher ratio is actually higher in some red rooms than others. The weight room and the archives in particular are more likely than not to be, or are more likely to be locked than their similar counterparts, on top of their other downsides.
Oh, you got a second token already?
Yeah, I got really lucky with a cloister draft in the middle of the house out of nowhere.
Speaking of cloister,
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, the game is speaking to me. I am having a vision. Give me a straight room. This is a tough draft.
Are you hallucinating again, CJ? If you're
Yes,
having
I am
visions?
absolutely hallucinating. Unfortunately, this goal is not on the board. There is not a goal for activating a lever on the back side, the controls on the back side of a room, which is a really neat goal because the main way that you're doing it is not foundation, but the foundation is the easier way to do it if the game is kind enough to give you the foundation. So it's one of those weird, almost oxymoronic things where the intended goal strat is harder than the that's a bad than sort of the other, or the one that's way more dependent on RNG.
Drafted myself into corner because had no gems. But at least I have a shovel.
Get me anywhere? It does. This day is gone now, officially off the rails. My vision is gone. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I had a plan. I am out of gems. I have one key left. I am in the upper ranks of the house, and I have no clue what's happening.
I think Robs love it if things go off the rails. He just doesn't like it if things are on the rails.
Well, he hates unrailed, so I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, fair point. But I mean, Robin trains are generally like Robin tracks are weird.
Or security. Yes. I don't like any of these options in this position. Oh, okay, a key card.
Oh,
brilliant.
Also I have 3 stars. Oh.
The gamer gods were listening to my prayers. The game really wants me to take study. I guess I can take study. Don't pull my leg, game, I say as it offers me a room that is actively beneficial to multiple goals. To give me a bit. That is 4. I now believe I have only. Actually, I have two. Well, I have one option for continuing the house, and I am actively looking for something specific now.
I'm not at the point when I'm like looking for something specific, but
this is tough because there's a number of scenarios, directions that this day can go now, and all of them are exceptionally good for me. It's just a matter of which one I want to follow through on. I would actually probably need to check wikis for a few things to make the correct decision about something. This is my last option for continuing the day, is out this way. I do have keys, coins, and gems, so I'm not at risk of losing. How many red rooms do I need to draft in a day for the goal? Five bedrooms.
Oh, you went for that. Huh.
5 green. Oh, brilliant. I have hit 4 or 5. Hit 5 green.
Okay, where is Oh, I see.
The dark room is my least favorite red room. But it is also one of the most easily countered red rooms in the game. But the downside to the dark room is that you can't see the rooms that you are drafting out of it while the lights are off. But if you have the utility closet, you can actually turn the lights back on, because all that's happened is the fuse is blown. Easy fix. I feel like statistically the gem draw is better. Oh. Okay. 5. Done that goal. A lot is happening right now. I have not been counting my dig spots. Problematic because I don't know if I. 5. You see me counting rooms here because I get to actively choose what the next color room I'm going to draft is. And I want to pick I want to pick specifically to achieve like towards goal progress. I actually think I want to pick red room.
Interesting.
A hot take. I want options out of the room.
Do I even want security room here?
I picked up a metal detector earlier, which causes items to randomly spawn on the ground. Oh my god, it gave it to me. Okay, hang on. So I just picked up a broken lever, which is the... Oh, wait. Does that open the door that's blocked, that I have blocked off? I need to... Okay, it does not... Okay. Alright, I don't want to draft there yet. So I now have the ability to open the south antechamber door and potentially get in it. Which is a really big deal, because that also means I can potentially unlock the fountain door. Which is probably one of the hardest goals on this board, just full stop.
Oh, neat.
Oh no. Okay, it's a good thing I have steps.
Running out of steps is very scary when you just start playing this game, but at some point you know that... Oh, archives, that's what I was looking for. But at some point you just... I don't know, steps don't matter at some point in the game.
Yeah, there's a point in which steps no longer matter in the game, so... But we are not quite at that point yet. So I just took the lift down into the basement. I don't have the basement, or into the lower part of the foundation. I do not have the basement key, so I can't actually go into the basement / underground yet. which means consequently I also couldn't reach room 46. Not that that goal is on this board or could ever be on a board for BQuest by design, but I'm pretty sure I've hit 10 dig spots at this point. I need keys super desperately. But eventually, you know, kind of as you get better at the game and get, you know, an understanding of kind of how the economies of the game work and all of that jazz, steps become kind of like one of the least problematic economies in the game. And really it becomes about keys and gems mostly.
I have
I don't love
5 keys but 1 gem.
dining room in this position, but the extra steps are guaranteeing that I'm not going to lose on steps. Okay.
I also had a very tragic day when I had battery battery and a lever, but I couldn't find the workshop.
So we get to play this game's water temple now, chat. I'm gonna sit here and drain all of the water out of the fountain. Because there's a door at the bottom of the fountain, which is the eponymous fountain door that is referenced in that goal in the top row, fourth column, and is probably how I'm going to get up to winning, or to being at, like, to the goal.
Oh, there is 5 bedroom goal. I see.
I'm also running through in my head kind of what the big rooms that I am actively looking for at this point are, or at least the big colors of rooms that I'm going to be looking for, so that I know what I need to do in order to maximize kind of the outcome of today in game. Move some water into. Unfortunately, the game has decided that none of the dig spots that I have dug up since leaving that area, or the upper section of the house today, will have, or needed to have, keys in them, which is really just annoying more than anything. I am going to also take a quick detour to pick up a new blueprint.
Oh, wait.
Since I have the shovel. Oh, I do also. So I'm going to be digging up the blueprint for the conservatory. The conservatory is probably the single most important blueprint in all of Bingo, and it is the room that you want to add, like one of the first blueprints you want to add to your drafting pool in Bingo 99% of the time, because it allows you to change the rarity of rooms. But the rarity of rooms is really interesting. I remembered the name of the person who's done all the research. His name is TF Murphy on Reddit. Do not ask me what made me remember his name, because I do not have a good answer for that question. But from his research, we actually know that the rarity of rooms as it appears in the room directory does not actually correlate with, by default, does not actually correlate with how likely or unlikely overall it is that you will draw that room in order to draft it. It is an overall measure of how likely it is that you will be able to draft that room. So rooms that have really specific conditions under which you can draft them, but are not inherently rare within the draft pool, by like measure of you are unlikely to actually draw that room, maybe given a higher rarity in the overall draft pool. But there is a second type of rarity at play called system called dynamic rarity, where doing different actions in the house applies changed rarities to rooms temporarily throughout the course of the game. Essentially, doing things makes it more likely that you draft other rooms in the house, typically to make things more synergistic. In a lot of cases, is typically how it plays out. But and dynamic rarity is a really complex system. I do not know a lot about the dynamic rarity system. I forgot to. All right, let's pray for a room that. Game, you're screwing with me here. Oh, okay, game. You're joking, right?
There is a very specific room I need to find now.
I've been trolled. I would like to file a video.
Game sometimes doesn't like players.
No, I know. I'm just joking. I spent 2 gems on rerolls and did not hit a single room that I could draft that let me go north.
Oh. Yeah, what happens?
And I also filled most of the house and did not draft a single room that has a terminal. So I have an upgrade disc sitting in my inventory now that I can't turn in.
Also common?
Yeah. Feels bad, man. Maybe if I click this door enough times, it'll open. That's not how it works, unfortunately. Oh wait, did I ever pick up the... I remember the metal detector was beeping in here earlier. Did I ever pick up the item? I don't think I did. I don't remember picking it up, not that it matters.
I probably should have drafted out a room, but well, doesn't matter too
I
much.
think I need to cut losses and here. I say as the day is over. I literally can't draft anything. I need to make sure that I didn't miss any other random things that I could add.
Yeah, that's
okay. I
actually
definitely hit 10 dig spots. I dug up 35 of them.
Did you have a root cellar? That explains it. So obviously each room has different effects. Some are big and some are minor, but outer rooms, pretty much all of them have big effects on the game. And the root cellar significantly increases the amount of dig spots in the estate.
Oh, I did. Okay. If I hadn't drafted that terrace, I probably would have had a west face today. Also, something funny that you may have noticed in this cutscene is that there's a coin at the top of the fountain. That is in fact the coin that I threw in the fountain earlier in the run, because the game thinks it's clever and funny. Thinks it's a wise guy.
Which is fair.
I don't know why I drafted a room before I came out here and did the thing. You're killing it today. But you are probably gonna hit the wall here, because the upper half of this board is tough. The upper 2 rows is pretty tough. So Architect's House shouldn't be...
And I'm out of keys, which is actually
I actually
very
just
unfortunate.
realized that I probably threw away some valuable attempts at stuff. At some goals. That is a wild room to be offered on my second draft of the day. Servants' quarters.
I had attic on my second draft of the
That's
day.
insane. I never finished talking about dynamic rarities. One of the things that's really important to remember about dynamic rarities, or that's really important about dynamic rarities in general, is that the moment you look at a room in the conservatory to change its rarity, is that its dynamic rarity is permanently removed from the game, and it can never be changed. It is permanently the rarity that you set it to, which can be very, very good and also very, very bad. Guess, and
Meanwhile, I'm doing the boiler room puzzle.
Oh wow, you got offered boiler room.
Yeah.
Do you have a lab adjacent to it?
Not yet.
You've probably got the right. Get a lab.
Okay, library doesn't have a power
Oh,
socket,
that's
so
rough.
I need to redirect that. Well, at least boiler room has free connections, so I can work with that as long as they are not locked because I have 0 keys.
Something that's really interesting about boiler room in general, and this is also like tangentially related to dynamic rarity, is the game also has another like drawing related system called duct draws, where if you are drafting from a room with, I believe it is with ducts, with an open duct connection on the door, and I believe the effect is amplified when the duct is powered. You are guaranteed to draw at least one room with a duct connection in a specific slot, unless like dynamic rarity overrides that slot with a different draw or something, like other weird interactions like that. Which is why you saw what looked like a really weird draw when I drafted out of the passageway, which is a 4-way hallway that has ducts. I drew like 3 red rooms, because a lot of the red rooms also have ducts, so they show up in duct draws a lot. If you guys couldn't tell, there is a lot to this game, and there is a lot of knowledge involved in playing this game and playing it well. That said, you do not need to be an expert in this information. Oh, hey, boiler room.
And
information
I'm out of
to
connections.
Play bingo. It certainly helps, I will say, but you can learn a lot of the information that you need in order to be successful at bingo, kind of incrementally, and a lot of times by feel. I know that anecdotally and from talking with other people in the community, as kind of the TF Murphy files have been released over time, as we've called it, that the stuff that TF Murphy has been finding kind of in the game has anecdotally just confirmed what we've all felt anecdotally about the game, which means that we kind of all feel a specific way about the game, and kind of how it interacts and how it plays out, and that feeling is generally considered to be accurate to how things actually play out in the game, and the game is kind of coded that way. One of the things I am really excited about is the Blueprints modding scene. The modding scene is kind of growing. There's kind of quite a bit going on with it. I say quite a bit, but there is a bunch of random stuff, which also includes Archipelago randomizer support for anyone who's potentially interested in that aspect.
Oh, is it going to happen soon?
I don't know if it's going to happen soon, but people are like actively looking into it. I mean,
That's really cool.
But the thing that's really interesting about modding is that it opens up the avenue of auto tracking with Play Bingo for the. I drafted the wrong track. Just give me the key. I may have just screwed myself a little bit on this. Did this boiler room not have a single dig spot? I just realized. That's kind of crazy. Alright, well, I'm being forced to take a weight room that has 2 blocked doors in order to keep my duct draws going. That's a feels bad, man.
I was forced to abandon the day because
that sucks. That's really unfortunate.
Because I got locked between security doors, having no key card and having no regular keys either. Like, I literally had no option to continue. Do I want this?
Oh, cool. That is really annoying. I can see through the door here that is a security door, so I can't actually open that, so I'm not even going to go in there and waste the steps right this second. I'm going to go this way and hope that I get the opportunity to either get the security room.
Oh, and... I forgot that I have V square, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Literally forgot to mark it even though I had it forever.
Which experiment did you manage? Yeah.
When you draft archive the floor plan.
Very nice, very nice.
There were no long time beneficial effects, but I did that experiment at least. I here.
I think I take billiard room here just in case it gives me lucky and it gives me. But I'm also starting to be low on steps because I had to give up half of them to the weight room. Weight room is an interesting room. It is by far my least favorite room of the red rooms. Personally, that's kind of just my opinion. Usually, it is not nearly as impactful, but when you kind of get angled for an early game duct draws like this, it can really be a wild card. Actually, it does technically matter. Another interesting and important thing about drafting that we probably should have talked about ages ago is that the direction that you draft matters. Because there are rooms that can only appear at, at a specific, in a specific orientation or in a specific way and things like that. And when you're facing a specific direction in specific areas of the house, etc. Okay, so nursery will not... Oh, nursery can have a security card, right? Technically?
I'm not sure about this. I've never had it myself, at least.
Okay, well... My other option was taking, I believe
Oh,
that.
neat. Guest room has a key card.
Yeah, that's probably. My other option was, what is the bonus?
Changing security level back to high.
Well, no, I don't have security room. It would be a non-issue if that was the case. I should have just lab when it was given to me so I could use an upgrade disc. All right, well, the other thing I could have theoretically tried was taking. I think I should just end the day. This should give me West.
Hmm.
Was using utility closet to turn on the lights in dark room and hope that dark room had the security card. Did I not draft 5 bedrooms the day before yesterday? I should have ended in the planetarium. I literally drafted it so that I could end in it and then forgot to end it.
Classic.
I did not draft 5 bedrooms.
Okay, I got the hammer. I need to not forget to smash a vase later.
Suddenly, this board is feeling very, very claustrophobic.
A little, yeah. Boiler room. Yes, yes.
What did you get?
I got a boiler room in a place that can power laboratory.
How?
I think I should be going in like 5 minutes. Maybe even less.
Oh, that assumes that you get furnace.
Oh, I forgot about that. But getting furnace is pretty likely with ducts too, so that's kind of synergy in a way here.
Yeah. I don't know how we're doing on time. I don't know if Law can. I know he can. That was a weird walk-in closet. I got 3 regular keys and a gem from the walk-in closet.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that's interesting.
That's a weird security door placement.
And that's a furnace.
4. Right, so that's GG's unless I don't even know what I could possibly find at this point. There's a very specific victory path that does technically exist here still, but we're not gonna play that game. Oh right, it's sheltered. Where? Okay, broken. Okay, now the game's just being mean. It's giving me another shot at broken lever day.
Ow.
Oh, you left the room apparently.
I for some reason had some minor connection issues. Like I pressed the goal, but it didn't mark it. Like I was disconnected or something. Yeah.
It says I do see that you left the bingo room.
Well, I
Suppose that I
got
should
back, so
actually draft a or do a lab experiment. The lab experiments is relevant, but I actually don't think it'd be for me.
So now I'm running towards Blackbridge Grotto, which houses last objective I need to do is to get a throne room.
So I have a very fun experiment combination today. I have whenever you draft an archived floor plan, add 3 aquariums to the draft pool.
Interesting. I like the free aquariums effect. I think
Add 3
it's the
aquariums
most
is easily my favorite base game or like original lab effect. No questions asked.
Yeah, and that's a throne room, and yeah, I have a
That
buff.
is time for GG's. Absolutely killed me. RNG has not been on in my favor today.
RNG was screwing with me a little bit too. Like the day when the first day when I got the boiler room was extremely tragic. But
It did the same thing to me, really.
yeah, but when I got the
Okay,
boiler
well,
room
this day's
again,
over now
and
too.
this time
Cool.
with all
I guess
connections.
unless guest bedroom. Oh, hey, it has the security card. What are the odds? Okay.
Oh, speaking of, this day could have gone really badly because I was locked to one connection.
Ooh.
And our door had the security door, so I basically just drafted a guest bedroom in hope it had the security card, and it did.
I just made a very annoying realization about my live experiment. I had shelter, and I sheltered the archives.
Oh.
So I can't trigger my live experiment at all. So there goes that entire angle for today. How are we on time? Do you know?
This game has so many interconnected mechanics that sometimes you just do such thing by accident because you
It is
don't
so easy
think
to
about
forget the things.
I think shelter in some of my practice runs, well, not didn't exactly mess me up, but I was
Shelter
forgetting.
can be a make or break room. I
exists.
agree. Do I guess I'm doing math because reason. -4 is 6. Divided by 3 is 11. Wow, I finally got a special key. I think that's my 4th billiards room puzzle and my first special key from one.
Really?
5 bedrooms. Yeah, it's a goal, but it's not one that actively. It is not worth ending. I also can't believe I didn't manage to hit 30 coins. At least I don't think I hit 30 on my 35 dig spot day. I think that's particularly wild. I'm actually going to use
By the way, if you look at my estate layouts after, they're wild. Every single one of them. I don't think I had such misshapen houses ever in single session.
forget how this Rajai box works.
Which Morajai box are you on?
Closed exhibit.
Oh, closed exhibit. Red square spread to 3 squares, uncolored always spread to our squares if they have at least 2 red nearby. So you basically want to make red diagonal first and then fill everything else.
Literally just did this the other day, and now I'm totally blanking on it, actually. I actually forgot to do this more Jai box earlier when I had. I'm pretty sure I drafted closed exhibit earlier today, but I was too focused on what I was doing elsewhere. I'm gonna take security so that I can guarantee that I can
influence security door chance.
Well, I have. I mean, yeah, because I have key card, but also so that I can go turn in a upgrade disc. We didn't even talk about upgrade discs. I just realized.
Yeah, that's also a very big mechanic. And I also had got the lamest upgrade from the office.
So
I got a spare room upgrade.
Are there 12 or 15 upgrade discs?
I think 15. Let me look at my notes.
Yeah, there are upgrade discs scattered across Mount Holly that you can use to permanently upgrade rooms. And the upgraded versions of some of the rooms are extremely strong. Some are stronger than others.
Yeah. I looked up at my notes and there are technically 16 sources for upgrade discs, although
16.
one of them is renewable, or repeatable rather. You can get multiple upgrade discs.
Yeah, because you can always trade for them at the.
Yeah.
There's a lockpick kit, a coupon book, and the microchip is always there. Where's the micro or the coupon book that I don't really, not gonna lie.
Probably in some kind of bedroom, I don't know. Maybe in the Nook.
So offline,
maybe
unlocked, and then security high. Just in case I find. I do have a key card, but if I find a thing, I can bypass. Oh, I got storeroom. The most basic of them. I'm taking the keys.
Getting dead end rooms late into the day.
No, that was my upgrade disc. Was storeroom.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Well, it's still better than upgrading a spare room, I think.
Wow, I have no choice but to end my day because I have no gems, and all of my non-dead ends are gem rooms.
Yeah, so basically the game always guarantees that you have at least one room that you don't have to pay gem for, but very often it's a bad choice, and so gems are very important, otherwise you're risking to draft yourself into bad space.
Prosaic Villa? I've never seen this title before.
I think it's just one of base titles, ones you get for specific size without
Figured
anything
as much,
special
but I
going
just don't remember ever seeing it. That was funny.
on. Actually, let me look this up quickly.
You know, I just realized that I kind of threw earlier when I picked Nursery over Breaker Box as my dead end, because Breaker Box would have actually given me a goal. I could have used it to negate the effects of Dark Room.
So
Actually, no,
well,
yeah, I would say that, because I would have been able to pretend you can't do.
according to website, I'm seeing Prosaic Villa is between 24 and 28 rooms for the size of the manor.
I believe that the size-based ones are the lowest priority and cannot show up with any other, in combination with any other titles, which is a fun, not so fun fact.
It's
I
fun
had
for
added 3 floor plans to
bingo.
my drafting pool. I forgot that I had done 3. I know how to count, chat. What am I? Okay, I see the win con. I see my win con. My win condition. 1, 2. This is not 2. I don't know. Draft classroom.
I think it's like 5 drafting rooms, and classrooms can help, but if you have too many classrooms, it will overwrite this.
Yes.
So you need to be
I
careful.
believe as long as you have 3 or less classrooms, you are safe.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to go for, but
Yeah,
I never drafted
it took
the
3 times that
schoolhouse.
the game offered me schoolhouse for me to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it and go for architects.
That's very funny. I haven't got a schoolhouse offered once, which I'm actually glad that there were no blue flame goals. Because
Yeah, that was what
when
I was searching for the blue flame gold at the beginning when I went looking for it. Because I was gonna turn on the ones in the gem cavern and oh, I totally should have just redrawn. I don't know why I didn't use the redraw. I guess technically I am also. Oh, I'm gonna lose 4 gems now. Thanks, ballroom.
Oh.
I
Ballroom
didn't
is
expect to
very
find
weird room.
5 more, or to draft wine cellar off of den in rank 2. No one expects to do that.
You know what?
Not a real thing. It doesn't happen.
We had
Proceeds to
very
happen.
rare.
Blah
We
blah
had
blah.
some
That's
rare
never
rooms.
happened before. Mark your bingo cards for marathon bingo.
We had some very rare rooms showing up on early ranks today for no reason.
I'm an idiot.
What happened?
I just ended my day on a poor draft because I didn't pay attention correctly.
Ooh.
I didn't incidentally draft an extra drafting, did I?
One thing that
Trying to not draft. I got it. The schoolhouse counts. I forgot that schoolhouse counts as a drafting room.
Now you need either 2 hallways, 2 winged hallways, or security doors. And
yeah,
We've
mean, I could also.
Yeah.
I mean
Sorry.
those are the wins. Technically, I could also go for Red Room cancel plus Tomb Underground, but I don't know what outer room am I looking for here. I don't think I'm looking for any of them. I probably don't even need to draft outer rooms.
Well, as you said, you can be looking for Tomb and Shelter, but
I probably could have taken Shelter there. I probably should not have picked up Gear.
I just say that it's at your point it's a gamble because going for outer rooms uh, will allow you a third win condition, but not going for them will speed up our two. So
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not really playing for like the Tomb. I'm not even really gonna play for like longevity at this point. I'm just playing to blow through days, I think, at this point. Like I think I'm just playing to draft up the wings and be done with a day if I don't get the hallways.
yeah, West Wing is pretty common anyway. So the challenge
West
is
Wing is
just
pretty common.
drafting.
I have not seen East Wing East hallway a single time yet this run. I got a
Yeah,
telescope in walk-in closet. That's cool. If I draft Planetarium, we can show off the hidden effect of Telescope in Planetarium.
Also, thankfully, I haven't got Her Ladyship's Chamber this run, otherwise, I would have been really mad.
That was one of the things I was doing early that I was like, I don't need to be doing this. Why am I doing this? I was drafting south into the West Wing. So Her Ladyship's Chamber for chat is a bedroom, a base bedroom. When we say base, we mean one of the rooms that appears in the base, like core directory sections of the game. And that matters because there are goals for filling up those sections. However, it can only appear when you draft facing south on the west wing of the house. So it can be really annoying to get to spawn, but it does contain an upgrade disc when you do get it to spawn, which makes it pretty valuable overall.
It also buffs Walking Closet and Boudoir, although I don't remember what it actually does to them.
Next time you enter walk-in closet, you get 3 or 4 gems, I believe, and then boudoir you get 10 steps, I believe. So neither of them are like extraordinarily strong effects that like you're gonna chase after, but like they're not terrible. They're especially good if you haven't already drafted those rooms, but a lot of times you will have already drafted them. The other big thing about Her Ladyship's Chamber is that it is one of the most realistic options in Bingo for obtaining a queen chess piece. If you need to get a chess power for whatever reason. There is a difficulty 25 goal for obtaining a chess power, but that will never appear in BQuest here.
Also, from what I'm reading, Queen chess piece is also in study.
Yeah, study is the other one.
It's also, I guess, Her Ladyship's Chamber is less rare if you have a right drafting conditions, but it's study
so Her
can
Ladyship's
appear
Chamber
everywhere.
is actually a common draw, technically, I believe, in the pool of rooms when you are drafting that meet the condition, when you have met the condition. I believe.
It also hates me because it's
Yes,
definitely
but
not
for
on
whatever
me.
reason, it has a penchant for not appearing. That's cool. I'm also now a broken lever away from casually just making Power Hammer randomly. Okay, well, suddenly the tomb option is back on the table and is probably the best option now because I now have the ability. I am about to negate the effects of Darkroom with the Breaker Box. So
Yeah, you can probably like draft what's called
actually,
closet at the start of a game to hope you
I'm
get
just
some
gonna
dice.
walk 2 feet back to security and turn security up to high. I also just disabled the key card doors, and now we're playing for literally 3 different conditions simultaneously. So time for me should be coming up soon here. Is it currently online? Oh, okay. 30 doors are. So depending on which goal I complete, time will be either when I click the East Wing hallway, or when I bypass my 3rd security door, which I'm about to bypass 2 of them because I just managed to pull closed exhibit. This is the first door. Brilliant. Okay, time will be coming up in just a second.
Oh, you got one in courtyard. Nice.
Yep. So, and time.
Actually, I'm just opened the stream and I see the timer. I think that might be my best run yet, just entirely.
I just realized that I did the straight up the middle line.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
You set it up to be the most difficult
Yes,
path
so
because it's shorter, but
yeah, so because the middle line is actually the most difficult, or the shortest line, it's the most difficult line. So
I guess it just goes to show that a straightforward line is sometimes the easiest line to go for.
yeah. I think it probably doesn't help that Architects is actually probably easier than we've given it credit for because Schoolhouse exists. So
yeah, yeah, it's definitely easier because of it. But our option you can have to get Architects is if you get lucky enough to draw Reading Nook as a disc upgrade, because then you get both library guaranteed because Nook is a very common room, and Nook becomes a drafting room itself.
yeah.
So you
Oh,
get
that's true. I
two
forgot that
drafting
Nook becomes one. Also, we both sub 130 this, which is pretty good.
Insane, yeah. Well, yeah, it's really good because this game is very random. But I guess it makes.
I just took my library draft for funsies. I got Chamber of Mirrors, Observatory, and Foyer. Chamber of Mirrors is a fun room.
A fun room, but except for duplicate objectives, I don't think I like seeing it in bingo.
Yeah. There's a couple of niche things that you could do with it. You could generate infinite steps if you draft 2 adjacent bedrooms.
Ah, I didn't think about this, but yeah,
Which is
that's
so
true.
dumb, but it's fun. So, anyway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's interesting that we could talk about. Worth talking about. I can't believe after all of that I didn't manage to unlock the fountain door.
I
But
I think that fountain door may be one of hardest objectives that can roll because it requires few rare things to happen in, well, not in one day, but
the thing is that it requires two moderately rare things, but they don't have to happen the same day. So
yeah. But the very big downside is that unless pump room is powered, draining all the water from fountain guarantees that you can't drain water from anywhere else.
yeah, that's
You
true.
and
So
for
bingo,
some
most of the
goals,
time that doesn't matter.
I had practice runs when it did matter because it blocked me from going across the reservoir a few times.
Oh, interesting. What were you going across reservoir for?
I don't exactly remember. This
Well, I
happened
guess if you
long
needed
ago.
Mechanarium would be the big one. The big Mechanarium is an add-on floor plan, and it's one of our high difficulty goals.
Oh yeah, I think I was going for alternative levers, and
Yeah,
I was going
that's
for
probably
Mechanarium because of it.
a good shout for that. But yeah, so
Actually,
there's
it's
a lot of
pretty sad
things.
that. Have you entered Antichamber this run?
I have not. I did not actually open Antechamber at all.
It's pretty unfortunate that neither of us did for this run, but
Yeah, I was really hoping to to do it. I could have opened the southern door, like that. The day 2 or 3, I had the broken lever for greenhouse, and I had greenhouse, and I had the open slot, but that was, and I had study and rerolls and gems, and I rerolled, and I just didn't get a north facing room that I could afford. I had 2 gems. My first reroll did not have a north facing room that was visible, and I wasn't taking the risk on an archive floor plan with rerolls in pocket. Next reroll gave me Passageway, which didn't
but
go
at
any
gem.
drafts. I didn't have enough gems, and then the next one gave me Office. Both Office and
It costs
Passageway
2
cost 2
gems,
gems.
yeah. In my case, I had I had a lever because I drawn attic at the second rank. I had but and I got offered the greenhouse, but I didn't draft it because I was hoping to craft a power hammer because power hammer is more valuable in my opinion. But in the end, I
I'm
didn't manage that
honestly kind of
either.
disappointed that there were no goals related to contraptions at all on the board. I guess a lot of the contraption related goals are generally considered past difficulty 25 for our purposes, and we don't go past 24 for Bequest in
Also,
Fort Bingo.
actually, I didn't look the antechamber. I just didn't enter it because there was no need for it. I forgot about it completely. I have a western door marked. I had a secret garden.
Yeah, the fact that you got Secret Garden Key day 1 is pretty helpful for that. So,
Wait, when did
but
I?
yeah,
It
at
was
this point,
day
I think we've
3,
kind
I
of
think.
covered
After
everything. We
all,
talked a lot
yeah.
about what was on the board and all of that jazz. If you are a fan of Blueprints, I highly recommend playing Blueprints Bingo, whether you play 5x5 or Bequest. BQuest on Play Bingo is still relatively new, and we're actively refining it. It's using the Play Bingo 5x5 goal set, at least for now. We'll be making changes and all of that jazz. We'd love to hear feedback from everyone involved across Bingo, across Blueprints, across Bingo. Blueprints is despite its RNG, is a fantastic Bingo game. You can get pretty consistent overall at it, and it's a lot of fun. I do highly recommend it if you're a fan of Blueprints. I also highly recommend Blueprints if you are a fan of indie games that are a little wacky or a little kind of out there, because that accurately describes Blueprints overall. But
you rarely see a mix of roguelike deck builder in a way, and puzzle and exploration. This game has a lot of genres.
I would also like to add that Blueprints is currently on sale on Steam. At least it is on my end. It is 34% off. So if you are interested now, after watching this run, then now is a good time to pick it up and try it out for yourselves.
if you are an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, it is also on Xbox Game Pass. That is how I play it. So
Yeah, on that note, I would just like to ask if you guys have any particular shout outs to give out.
The last shout out that I want to make, I made it kind of during the run a bit, but we would be remiss to not shout out the Blueprints community overall, the speedrunning, bingo, glitch hunting, all of that jazz, and especially on Reddit, TF Murphy, who has done an immense job of decompiling, reverse engineering, you name it, just kind of figuring out all of the chaos that goes on behind the scenes of this game and making it so that we actually understand a little bit about what we're doing with bingo and this game, for all aspects of speedrunning. He's made dozens of posts on Reddit explaining in detail so many different subsystems of this game. They're relatively approachable. I do not recommend that you try and read all of them in one sitting, because you would have to be insane to try that. That is a lot of words. But read one, try and apply it, read another, try and apply it, and kind of just go from there. And even then, you don't even have to read them to play. But again, huge shout outs to everyone. And beyond that, I'd be remiss to not shout out Val, who's been working with me by my side through Blueprints and Bingo since Blueprints came out and we started doing Bingo. He helped me do 5x5 for Summer Bingothon, when I showed it off 6 months ago. He helped us kind of tune and balance it for this showcase. So this would not be possible without him and without everyone else in the Blueprints community.
And when I'll respond in kind, shout out to CJ, one of lead developers of Play Bingo, without who BigQuest would not be possible on our platform. So, you actually, while I helped a little, you did the most work for Blueprints Bingo, so we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for CJ. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much, guys, for that amazing run of Blueprints. That was a very interesting bingo board. I don't think we've seen anything like it during Bingothon at all, so that there is a first for you. You are watching Bingothon Winter 2025 in support of the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. Fred Hutch is a cancer research center where world-renowned scientists and humanitarians work together to prevent, diagnose, and treat cancer, HIV, and many other diseases. With 3 Nobel laureates among their researchers, they are at the front of the battle against those illnesses. We're going to be taking a quick intermission, but before we do, I would like to tell you that the next run is Go Vacation by Epic Crossover. They will be doing a blackout bingo board on that run. So, yeah, until then, we will be cutting to a quick intermission. Don't go anywhere. Hello everyone, once again you are watching Bingothon Winter 2025 in support of the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. We are still waiting for the next run to be set up. While we are doing that, let's see if we can try and get ahead of the French Restream team through the Open Guesser bingo board. Just give me 2 wee ticks until I get that up. I think that's us. Yep, this is us. So as you can see on the screen right now, my last guess was miles and miles off, like across the pond. I think that will tell you just how good I am not at Open Guesser. So I might need chat's help in guessing some of the countries, and also just I do see somebody suggesting that I try and do a famous location, but we'll go vanilla first, just to see if I can recognize anything. I do see a pickup truck over there. I believe we are in the United States already, from that US flag. It's just a matter of whereabouts. I did see another flag over there actually. I don't actually recognize that flag. If anyone's able to identify that, just give me a second. I need to. Bridge might be. What's that sign saying? Bridge may be cold and ice. May ice in cold weather. So that tells me that we might be in one of the northern states. Actually, come to think of it, no. Interstate 10. I think that might be the highway we're on. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna pop a guess down. I think it might be. I'm trying to think if that was the Texas flag I spotted earlier, or if I am mistaken. I'm gonna pop my guess around about here. 629 kilometers away. That's not too bad for my first guess. Not quite within the 10 kilometers range. Right, let's see if we can do famous locations. Famous places. Let's try famous places. I hope that's not cheating within the rules. Okay, so so straight away I can already see we're in Greenland, at the Punjung Greenland Lodge Cyber Cafe. So that does narrow it down quite a bit. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get. I don't actually recognize any famous locations in Greenland at all. Trying to see if that name comes up. I think I might just pop a guess down so that we can go somewhere else that I would probably recognize more easily. I'm gonna put it near Nook. Oh, we were in Nepal. That's miles away from Greenland. I really should. That goes to show that I should be paying attention to my actual surroundings and not just relying on one bit of text. Well, I think we can safely say that is the Statue of Liberty. So Yeah, not only, I think we're gonna cross out a couple of boards straight away. Where is New York City? New York, New York. Right, I am looking for Liberty Island. There's Manhattan, so there's a Statue of Liberty. Let's see if I can get it down to... Right, so we are facing Manhattan, so we will be around about... I'm gonna say here. Right, we are 144 meters away. I think we can now cross off the 6.2 miles in USA and correctly guess a famous location. And in fact, I should have looked to see if there's any yachts. Or sorry, not yachts, cruise ships while I was there. Oh well, two ain't bad. I was just checking to see if there's been any updates on the next run. It looks like they're still setting up, so I'll just carry on. Before I do, however, I would like to remind people that we do still have a bid war happening. A couple of runs ahead, I think around about 5 in the morning, we will have the Shadow the Hedgehog 2-player mod. The bid war is to select the pair of character models that both runners will be using. So the options we have are II and II from Super Monkey Ball. That's probably the one that I want to see the most, to be honest. We've also got Metal Sonic and Metal Amy, Omega and Rouge, Scourge and Surge. I don't recognize those names. Big Sonic fanboy right here. Shadow and Cream, Sonic and Knuckles. I suppose we should get and Knuckles in somewhere. Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and Vector and Charmy. Lots of choices right there. None of them have any bids going on right now, so if you want to put in for your favorite character, just go for it and just type in !donate in chat or click the link down below. And that's tech informing me that the runner is ready, so we will go into a very quick intermission and then we will get started with Go Vacation. Don't go anywhere.